5 things that need to happen in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage when CBS young Sheldon replacement comes back. The first part of Georgie and Mandy's first marriage perfectly helped its characters transition from young Sheldon into a different setting, but continuing first marriage needs some things to happen to fully push the story forward. Despite most of Georgie and Mandy's first marriage characters coming from young Sheldon, the sitcom's first episodes were crucial in setting the scene to tell a different story, as the focus effectively moved from the socially inept genius and the Coopers to Georgie, Mandy, and the McAllisters, with young Sheldon ending brutally with George Sr.'s death and funeral. Georgie and Mandy's first marriage had to focus on its aftermath. This meant various young Sheldon characters needed to pop up in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage season 1, even more than in a regular spin-off, to smooth the transition from young Sheldon's tragedy to first marriage's more upbeat tone. However, with the transition now completed, some storylines need to be tackled, and some characters need to appear once Georgie and Mandy's first marriage returns 5 Missy's dumb teenager phase as described in Big Bang Theory. First marriage showed part of Missy's rebellion, but not enough. Missy's rebellion was first established in the Big Bang Theory Season 11, Episode 23, when Georgie discussed what really happened in the aftermath of George Sr.'s death with Sheldon. Georgie's description was harsh, dubbing Missy's reaction as her dumb teenager phase, and while part of it could already be seen in young Sheldon Season 6, Missy's biggest exploits belonged to the period after George Sr.'s death, which corresponds to Georgie and Mandy's first marriage timeline. Given how affected Georgie still seemed in TBBT by the events in the aftermath of George Sr.'s death, Missy's shenanigans will need to appear more often in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage to really drive the message. Missy appearing in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage episodes 2 and 5 gave audiences a taste of what Georgie meant in Big Bang Theory Season 11. However, despite presenting a very different Missy Cooper, Missy's brief appearances in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage season 1 aren't enough to describe Missy's most turbulent moment in life. Given how affected Georgie still seemed in TBBT by the events in the aftermath of George Sr.'s death, Missy's shenanigans will need to appear more often in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage to really drive the message. 4. Georgie expanding even more Jim's auto shop. Big Bang Theory revealed Georgie's successful Dr. Tire. The young Sheldon spin-off has yet to explain how Georgie will build his Dr. Tire empire that existed in Big Bang Theory, although Georgie and Mandy's first marriage might have revealed how Georgie gets rich. While disclosing what brings Georgie to transform from the young man he is in young Sheldon to the seasoned entrepreneur he is in TBBT can take first marriage entire seasons, the storyline should be expanded even more in Season 1. Georgie and Mandy's first marriage Season 1 already showed Georgie's business acumen, which could be seen from his constant proposals to Jim about ways to improve what goods and services they offered at Jim's auto shop. Georgie's idea to put the tow truck back in operation already showed great success, but Georgie and Mandy's first marriage has yet to reveal whether Georgie's future Dr. Tire stores start from Jim's shop or are an entirely new venture. Given its importance, first marriage Season 1 should progress that storyline. 3. Mandy returning to her career and dream job. Georgie and Mandy's first marriage hinted multiple times at Mandy's wishes to do so. Mandy's career has already been a contentious topic in young Sheldon, as Georgie wished for her to focus on their family while she still wanted a career. Their fight eventually resolved in the best way possible, as it led to Georgie being supportive, but given the centrality of her career in Mandy's life, Georgie and Mandy's first marriage should pick up where young Sheldon left off and show Mandy's return to the job she loved. Georgie and Mandy's first marriage Season 1 slightly explored Mandy's wish to build back her career. Between Mandy's job as a waitress and Audrey's multiple comments about wanting her daughter not to settle with a dead-end job, first marriage already expanded young Sheldon's storyline. However, considering Mandy's drive to go and try for interviews, despite repetitive failures, Georgie and Mandy's first marriage season 1 should also get her back on the right path for Mandy to build her career again, especially given how important it seems to her. 2. Audrey acknowledging Georgie's good qualities. First marriage already let Audrey face Georgie's good influence on her family. Audrey never hid her disapproval of Mandy choosing to marry Georgie, no matter how happy having CC as a granddaughter made her. The storyline was a constant in young Sheldon when Audrey negatively commented on Georgie's every action. But it is also visible in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage, where she doesn't treat him the same way she does others. Georgie and Mandy's first marriage inevitably set up Audrey's dissatisfaction with Georgie being part of their family as a key conflict, but the young Sheldon spin-off also made great strides forward to patch up Audrey and Georgie's bond. Georgie's good qualities are visible to Audrey in First Marriage Episode 3 at last, but Georgie and Mandy's first marriage's second part needs to go further than that, especially given how important Georgie became to the rest of the McAllisters beyond Mandy, like his bond with Jim and Connor proved. 1. Sheldon visiting Texas, Georgie and their family. The young Sheldon protagonist has yet to appear in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage. Georgie and Mandy's first marriage was often accused of being the continuation of young Sheldon, without its inept genius titular character, but its episodes' different focus and atmosphere slowly proved that not to be the case. However, Sheldon's absence now looms large in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage, especially considering how he is Georgie's younger brother and has never appeared in the young Sheldon spin-off, despite all of Georgie's family doing so. Relying too much on Sheldon would be a mistake for Georgie and Mandy's first marriage, but the sitcom's first part proved that not to be the case. Given Sheldon's prolonged absence, it's time for the socially inept genius to come back to Medford and see Georgie settle into his new life, even just for once, to finally close the door on young Sheldon, while also paving the way for Georgie and Mandy's first marriage's hopefully steady future.